Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Thomas here. Welcome back to another video. Today, we're back with another video, and I wanted to release a video out today because I didn't want to start my new schedule off with a terrible go.
Like Mario,
I currently do not have access to the Super Mario Bros. Video that I promised y'all. I will get working on that. It will be up soon. If not today, it'll be up Thursday. So yeah, today I decided to do something a little bit different. I was searching around on YouTube, being a little bit bored, and I thought, well, I need to do something on YouTube today, and I came up with this. So a guy by the name of Introspective went on the website of Super Smash Bros. And translated it into Japanese. And it's the original website. It's the one that Nintendo uses back at their home base in Japan, and it has a little bit of an interesting side, to say the least. If you head on over to the fighters page, and it just screws everybody's mind. It is hilarious. You guys won't probably see my reactions because I've already went through all of this, but I wanted to show you guys this as sort of a random video to celebrate Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, because I haven't actually done a video on this, although I did in the past a Super Smash Bros. Video before, and the audio sync was terrible. But either way, let's just do this now. I really found this hilarious, and I hope you do too. Alright, so I'm just going to go in order by number here, starting on the English page. So, starting with number 1, we have Mario, Donkey Kong, Link, Samus, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, Pikachu, Luigi, Ness, Captain Falcon, Jigglypuff, Peach, Daisy, Bowser, Ice Climbers, Sheik, Zelda, Dr. Mario, Pichu, Falco, Lucina, Young Link, Ganondorf, Mewtwo, Roy, Mr. Game & Watch, Meta Knight, Pit, Dark Pit, Zero Suit Samus, Wario, Snake, Ike, Pokemon Trainer, Diddy Kong, Lucas, Sonic, King Dedede, Olimar, Lucario, Rob, Toon Link, Wolf, Villager, Mega Man, Wii Fit Trainer, Rosalina and Luma, Little Mac, Greninja, Mii Fighter, Brawler, Sword Fighter, and Gunner, Palutena, Pac-Man, Robin, Shulk, Bowser Jr. and Company, Duck Hunt, Ryu, Cloud, Corrin, Bayonetta, Inkling, and Ridley. And now, if we head over to the Japanese site, as you can see, we are currently in the Japanese version of it. But if we simply head over to this little bar right here, click on English, and now all the fighters should be translated into English. And this is where the fun begins. So, there's 3 ways to translate, or there's 2 ways to translate English. There is the original version, which is the Japanese version, literally translated over into English. And then there's the English version, which is originated into English. So Mario in Japanese is something else, some Japanese word, but translated it as Mario. Donkey Kong, same thing. Link, same thing. But here's where something gets interesting. If you look at Samus here, in English it is Samus. But in Japanese, it's some Japanese word, and then translated back into English is now Sam's. So there's 2 different English translations for Samus. There's Samus, which is the English version of it, and then Sam's, which is the Japanese translation into English. So let's just keep going down the line here. Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, Pikachu, Luigi. And then some of the numbers are a little bit different. As you can see here with Ness, we have 10. Just literally spelt out. I don't know why that is. Also, the Echo Fighters, as you can see down here with Daisy, I'm kind of skipping one because we're going to talk about that in a bit. It has a little apostrophe rather than the little E sign that it had in the trailer. So next we have Captain Falcon, Pudding. I have no clue how Pudding is the exact same thing as Jigglypuff. and I don't even know how Jiggly and Puff is related to pudding at all, and I don't even know if pudding is. I wonder if it's the actual Japanese or English translation from Japanese of the actual Pokemon. I wonder if it's just this website glitching or not. But that's, pudding. Just pudding. Anyway, Peach, Daisy, Bowser, and Isclaimer. I don't even know what that means. Obviously, it's using correct grammar with an and I being A instead of, or being an instead of A because it is a vowel. But what is an Isclaimer? It sounds sort of similar to Ice Climber, unlike pudding. So it's nothing like Jigglypuff and doesn't even make sense with Jigglypuff. An Isclaimer. Seek. You seriously just missed an H? Okay, they did the same thing with Starfy. Back in the days of Melee, and I believe the literal translation of Starfy, the literal translation of this character from Japanese is Staffy. But when we got our version of the game on the DS, it was called Starfy, which makes a little bit more sense. Kind of interesting. And then it's just literally one letter less. I don't understand that at all, and also it's lowercase, just like Isclaimer. That's interesting. Also, I just noticed if you look at the bottom left corner, it says Super Smash Bros. Special, which is different than Ultimate. Because I think Super Mario Bros. Special, that was translated into Super Mario Bros. Special in Japanese also. So that's pretty interesting to see that that actually has a completely different name in Japanese. Back to actual fighters here. We have Zelda, Dr. Mario, Pichu, Falco, and this is another one where it says the letter or the number in letter form, and also on top of that we have Mars. I'm pretty sure a fighter is not a planet, and it's again just like the Starfy deal. It's just adding another two letters. I don't understand the translation issue there. Maybe it's the website glitching out, or it's the literal translation of Marth in Japanese. Anyway, the same thing for his Echo Fighter being Lucina instead of Lucina, which is kind of weird. And then they did the same thing with the 21. And I think it's... Yeah, and then we have another one for 22. And this one's a little bit interesting because in English, some people actually mention young Link as Child Link, because in the actual games, it is not mentioned of the name of young Link as... So people mention him as Child Link until Smash Melee came out and named him Young Link. So the literal Japanese translation is Child Link for that one as well. Next we have 23, which is glitching out as well, which is Ganondorf. 24 as well, but Mewtwo is literally spelled normal. 25, Roy, Mr. Game & Watch, and then Meta Knight. So basically, confirmation. I'm kind of agreeing with Mr. Introspective there with the fact that there's going to be a mode called Battle Royale. Something I did miss along the way. Oh, I know we haven't got to those characters yet. Okay, never mind. I thought I missed something. Anyway, we have Pit, which is lowercase for some odd reason, and then Black Pit. This is a real translation. I'm not even joking. I'm not sure about the lowercase of the Pit part, but Black Pit is the literal translation in Japanese. It's not funny in the slightest. It is an actual... That is his name in Japanese. If you look at the Smash Bros. Or Smash 4 Japanese version, it is Black Pit. And I think the announcer even says Black Pit. Zero Suit Sam's, again, Sam's for some... That's probably the worst... That's probably the second funniest one next to Pudding. Wario. Snake is lowercase. Again, something a little odd. Ike, Pokemon trainer. And this is something that this one got me on my first time seeing it. Zenigame, Fusada, and Rizidon. I don't even know which Pokemon they're talking about. I think Rizidon has to be Charizard, maybe? Maybe? I'm not sure. Diddy Kong. Yeah, that's probably just a translation error, because Diddy is kind of the same as DD, so... Laika. How does that have anything to do with Lucas? They start with an L. That's all I can say. Like, Laika? Lucas? Laika? I don't know. Sonic. DDD. It's just DDD. It's not even King DDD. He's not a king in Japan, apparently. Pikmin and Olimar. That's interesting. That's actually something that's a little bit different, because in America, we just have them as Olimar or Alf. If you play with that alternate skin. But Pikmin and Olimar, that's something interesting, because that makes the Pikmin alternate characters like Ice Climbers or Rosalina and Luma, which is really cool if you're talking about gameplay wise. But still, in America, we have Olimar. Lucario. Literally one letter as well, like Lucario. Like, why can't it just be Lucario? Or Lucima, if you're playing as Lucina. And then we have robots. This one is probably, of course it's lowercase as well, but this one is probably the one that makes the most sense. In Japanese, or in English, people, it's known as Rob, which obviously means something. It's R-O-B. I don't know what it means, or I'm not 100% sure at the top of my head. But this one is actually the one that makes the most sense. Because in Japanese, whatever Rob is in Japanese, obviously will probably translate using any translator in the world to be robot. It's one that probably makes the most logical sense. I can't say it in words, but it probably makes the most logical sense, because I actually thought his name was Robot when I first met him in Brawl back in the old days, decade ago. Wolf, Thunlink. The reason why I skipped it is because he's my main, and we got a whole bunch of misnamed people starting down there. Thunlink. Actually, I'm not making any sense. Hold on, give me a second. Thunlink. I don't even understand. Like, what does Thun have to do with Toon? Actually, technically, Toonlink's name is not even his official name. Link is his official name. He just dubbed Toon because of his addition in Brawl. So, yeah. Murmur. What? That didn't even make any sense. Like, is the villager like a murmur or something? Like, I don't understand that. I bet you the Japanese translation of villager from Minecraft has to be murmur. Rockman? Okay, I can kind of see that, but that doesn't... Rockman is just one of his forms. Mega Man is his real name. Wii Fit Trainer. Rosetta and Chico. Yeah, I don't understand that at all. Rosalina. Maybe they have a similarity in word bases. Little Mac, Gekuga. This is the one that probably is the most random, because Robot and Rob are really similar. Gekuga probably makes the most sense, but is completely random in terms of the English translation. It is literally a lizard, frog, gecko, something. It's more like a frog, but Gekuga makes the most sense for a Japanese translation. But of course, in reality, you would think that it would literally translate to Greninja. Mii Fighter, fighting, swordsmanship, shooting. Swordsmanship is not a class. That is a type, I don't know exactly. I think it's like a courtesy in fighting, I guess. Parthena. I'm not even gonna speak with that one. Pac-Man. Roth. Apparently Robin is a dog now. Shirku. I guess Shulk is a shark now. Koopa Jr. That also makes a sort of sense because Koopa is the Japanese name for and the old English name for Bowser, that is King Koopa. So Koopa Jr. only makes the most sense for a Japanese translation. Duck Hunt. Same as normal. Ryu, Cloud, Kamui. I'm not a Fire Emblem fan, so I do not understand the look of this, so I'm just gonna leave it with Kamui. Bayonetta, Ink Ring. So I have an Ink Ring now because now there's something a little bit funny and racist about this, and I don't want to sound racist like I am of that opinion, but there are people who think that Japanese or Chinese people pronounce their L's, I think, with like R's. So Inkling would be Ink Ring, and fried rice would be fried. I don't know. I think it's fried lice, something like. I don't wanna be offensive to anybody. I'm sorry if you are that and you heard me have to say that, but that is what people think, and that is not cool. I don't actually agree with it, but I think this is what the translation was trying to go for, which is not cool at all. Anyway, finally we have Ridley, which is not a regular translation, or it is a regular translation, I should say. Anyway, that is the entirety of that. So the last thing I want to do is I want to head on over to the English page, and I want to click on About, because there is something special. If you scroll down just a little, we have 66 fighters. And as you just saw, there was clearly only 65. Whether that is an error on the developer's part, which I don't think it is, we could see our man. With that, I'm going to leave you with this.
Well, I've heard there was a sneaky gent who yearned to be in Smash Ultimate, then learned he wouldn't be able to win. Who made the cut, the nerd, the prude, the never was, the always nude, the ones who'd never utter Hallelujah, Hallelujah, Hallelujah. Assist trophy,